Witajcie wszyscy, z tej strony Sarlen i teraz będziemy zajmować się tym, co się dzieje w podziemnej twierdzy po wydarzeniach w Halamshiral, czyli Zimowym Pałacu i jak zwał, tak zwał. Dobra, tu na pewno w kwatermistrza coś małego jest.
He wants what? Oh my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halamshiral.
Ups.
Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
There are problems coming out of Halamshiral.
There are always problems from Halamshiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
No i dobrze.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
No i dobrze. Negocjuj kontrakt na plany broni. To było dziwne, ale okej. I z przyjemnością. Okej, zobaczmy co mnie czeka tutaj.
Something like that.
Gro.
You've seen otherwise?
No dobra, pogadajmy sobie w takim razie z bykiem.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halamshiral was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
She looked through me from the garden.
Count yourself fortunate. I'd not wish to be considered a rival and thereby worthy of attention.
Worse than staring.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Ja.
And that would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Auć. Mam wrażenie, że ta kobieta coś ode mnie chce. Ale nie mam już tego zdania. Ktoś tu jeszcze był? A, jeszcze sera. Nie wiem, jakoś nie do końca przemawia mnie postać sery, ale...
Will you not
powiem.
consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halamshiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Dlaczego nie ja?
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because you're a man, first and foremost.
Ups. Tak,
If they
Boska.
name you a candidate, they may as well join the Tevinter Imperium. Truly, though, I imagine it's because they're frightened of you. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
Why even consider it?
Wolves?
Who cares about the Chantry?
I care.
Wtopa.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Ja nie chcę zrobić z Kassandry Boskiej.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Dobra, idziemy w
Your
determinację.
determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Truer words have not been spoken.
Who's using flattery now? You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Jeśli mnie pamięć nie myli, jedną z opcji jest chyba jeszcze właśnie matka Giselle. Dobra, spróbujmy dorwać jeszcze Serę. Ona jest chyba tam wyżej. Nie, Sera jest tu.
One for the Empress, for Gaspard, Brianna, the Duchess, and Corypheus, right in the dangle bag.
All right, you're clearly annoyed. What can I do?
You're doing fine. It's the dead piled up in Halamshiral that's nagging at me. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a book for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an Empress. That, and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Brzmi jak plan. Sera, brzmi jak plan. A propos Józefiny, zapomniałem, że jest jej misja. Ale najpierw sobie tam dojdźmy. Powoli, spokojnie. Pogadamy sobie po kolei z każdym. Jeśli pamięć nie myli, chyba też Vivien można próbować dać na... Farik? Czemu nie mogę z tobą porozmawiać, gościu? Dobra, sola się. A, herbatka? Herbatka. Za gorzka, co? Coś mu śmierdzi.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
Nawijaj.
You just have to ask.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
I'd be happy to help. What did these mages use to capture your friend? Blood magic?
A summoning circle, I would imagine.
I'm sorry.
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
Some do, certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Rivain. But not everyone wants to go to Rivain. My friend is an explorer, seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it. It would happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
No to na cholerę, Iwan.
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
Zrobimy to.
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
No i dobra. Nie w tą stronę, ale... Warik, z tobą da się pogadać? Czy coś jest... Czemu część rzeczy się nie wczytuje? Cholera jasna, jasny gwint.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Look who showed up, everybody. Deal him in, would you, Ruffles?
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do. Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home.
Sounds good. I'm in. Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
Jasne.
Of course. Deal me in, Josephine.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you're joining us.
Ante up, Inquisitor.
Pewnie mnie odupcą, ale cóż. chyba nawet nie o to w tym chodzi.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
No dobra.
I've got one for you. Firstly, my aunt is known across the Free Marches for her love of Antibes opera. So, of course, when a performance of The Murder of Queen Madrigal opened, she made us all attend. My aunt refused to speak to me for 3 months.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done.
You ought to tell stories more often.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
Dawaj, jedziemy.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Don't
O,
say
tak.
a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet
Kędziorku.
against an Antiva, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
Oj, Dorian, Dorian. Czterki za fotel.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
No to wiesz, zabiega gościu.
You're mistaking me for me. How much did you have to drink?
It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
No jasne, że tak.
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Dawaj, Wariku, dawaj.
Who's that? Did I win?
No wygrywa przy stole wcześniej? Ha. Dobra, idziemy na górę. Chyba jakoś tędy się szło? Jestem noga z budowy podniebnej twierdzy. O, jest Dorian. Ty się też przydasz, kolego.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you actually miss.
Who wouldn't? All the drama, the scandal, the petty maneuverings. Back home, we engage in social affairs with the grim intensity of war. When blood is spilled, the battle is won. Less fun when you're the target, but to watch. My, yes. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
Okej.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Ogólnie jego pancerz, wdzianko jest całkiem ciekawe. kojarzy mi się z Black Clover, bo on ma chyba to obok siebie księgę? Albo dwie. Oni też zawsze nosili przy sobie ten... jak to się nazywało? O, Vivian jest tam. Jak się nazywało to, co oni przy sobie nosili?
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
I zapytajmy.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Dobra, nie będę je cisnął, która nie wiem o co chodzi, ale po prostu.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Dobra, to jest jedno. Czy z tobą można o czymś jeszcze?
Yes?
Nie, nie ma. Dobra. A, przeczytaj.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression. Who is this potion for?
Dobra, tam zejdziemy sobie zaraz. Dobra, co my jeszcze mamy? Jeszcze jest na pewno Liliana, ona jest wyżej. Z Lilianą to już jest inna dyskusja, bo podobna do... A, gdzie wziąć drugi? O, jest Liliana. Jako, że jest kandydatką, więc to będzie cięższe.
Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
No one would fault you for abandoning ship, you know.
Out of the ship and straight into the sea. You think Thedas hates mages now? If the Chantry falls, don't you think the people will blame magic? Look at all that's happened. Kirkwall's Chantry, the war, the breach. Mages are always involved. Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control.
No, we don't want that.
And the Chantry can see that it doesn't happen. The people are sheep, Inquisitor. They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Coś w tym jest.
A message from Divine Justinia.
O,
That's a shock. Are you all right reading it?
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead divine give you?
I don't know. Perhaps something to do with a chantry. Or it could be personal. She guided me for many years, Inquisitor, as a divine and as a friend. There are days when I still look to her for advice, only to remember that I am alone.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
no dobra. To już mamy. Warik Vivien już. Józefina. Do Morrigan będzie trzeba pójść. Ale też chcę pójść tutaj. Bo jeśli pamięć nie myli, teraz coś się zmienia w tej okolicy. No właśnie, widzimy wykrzyknik? A nie, jest. Pudło. Myślałem, że to jest ten moment. Trochę inny. A on sobie gryfa wystrugał.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Co jest Blackwall?
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Wardens.
No w końcu.
Inquisitor. title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meredith, a humble bard.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blade. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
Carry on then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor. There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
No i dobra, okej. Chcę tam pójść zobaczyć jeszcze raz w stronę Blackwalla. Dame, złaź na dół.
You have to admit, it looks bad.
It looks like a lot of things, except what you're thinking.
O, to. Tego szukałem.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Track him down. He's needed here.
Sister Leliana had us search the warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Okej, do siostry. No i teraz chwilowo nie mamy Blackwalla. Ale tak, tutaj nie ten poziom. To mnie nie interesi. Byłem. Pogadajmy sobie z Morrigan. I porozmawiamy z Morrigan sobie o, matka Giselle. Chodź tu, cholero jedna.
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Leliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
Poznałem prawdę
He
generalnie.
helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle, and Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was divine Justinia.
Ah. And how do you feel about what you have learned?
I'm relieved to have any worries about Andraste or the Maker put aside. This is now a battle of mortals and magic. One we can win.
Then I will save my own ruminations upon faith and belief, and simply pray for your success.
Tak będzie lepiej, matko
It is
Giselle.
wise that you do not let what happened in the Fade spread, however. Some would not understand. Now,
Jasne, że nie.
is there anything I can help you with?
Zobaczmy. O, no zapytajmy o
You
to
know who the
Boską.
Grand Clerics will choose as the next divine.
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with divine Justinia at the conclave. As Inquisitor, your actions carry weight. You may affect the decision whether you intend to or not. Whoever is chosen needs your support. No one else has accomplished anything against Corypheus.
Farewell, revered mother.
Be well, Inquisitor. Your worship.
No dobra, czyli nic ciekawego. Do Morrigan warto będzie podchodzić regularnie.
Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarasalan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Dziękujemy.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
No właśnie, czy coś jeszcze mi Morrigan
I
powie?
understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe. One thing which makes me curious, did you encounter the hero of Ferelden at Adamant Fortress?
Bohaterkę? To jest, znałaś go?
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
More than a friend, as it happens. We traveled together during the Blight, and after, we parted ways. Where I went, he could not follow. Regardless, did you see him?
I wish I had more to tell you, but no. I don't think so.
He's not the sort of man to fade into the background. If he was there, you would have known. When the champion of Kirkwall mentioned a Grey Warden ally, I assumed that ally would be he. It was, after all, just the sort of thing in which he would involve himself. But that rather begs the question, if the hero of Ferelden was not at Adamant, where is he? My suggestion? Track him down. He could be a great aid against Corypheus, or a terrible foe to the Inquisition.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Of course.
O, no to fajnie. Dobra. I tak jak mówiłem, w tym miejscu sobie to skończymy. Tylko wejdę sobie w tą altankę. Aha. Dobra. Wiem. Bardzo przegadane. Jakieś 40 minut na zegarze, jeśli dobrze liczę. No ale te rozmowy są też ważne. Ja ogólnie czekam na misję byka. Bo chcę ją zrobić z wami. Przepraszam, dziwnęło mi się. A w następnym co? Zaczniemy chyba od misji Józefiny. Czy on tu właśnie spadł? Naprawdę? Mam wrażenie, że ta gra jeszcze ma trochę dziur, mimo że wyszła już trochę lat temu. No na pewno dobra, na pewno będzie misja Józefiny, na pewno wyślemy ludzi na kolejne misje ze stołu narad. A dalej się zobaczy. Trzymajcie ludziska i do zobaczenia następnym razem. Na razie.